That is rock bottom. That is TLV. This is something, it's such a necessary conversation, Chloe, because moving around, especially in an environment that's completely safe and protected, this could be life-changing for people. And it's at a price that's actually doable. I love that.
Do you know, it's got one of the most numbers of reviews of anything on the Shop LC website. That's how good this is.
Wow.
And, you know, the sooner you get it, the sooner you get started with it. It helps in post-operative recuperation. It helps, you know, do you get jumpy legs at night? Do you get very tired, crampy legs at night? Do you find it difficult to find the time to exercise? Do you find you're mentally tired and rather than physically tired? Do you find that you sit for vast swathes of the day and you just think, this isn't any good for me? I wake up and I get around and I'm stiff and I'm sore. I don't have that mobility. Keeping that synovial fluid going. It's actually incredible how many calories it will burn, how it will boost your metabolism, help your vein health, help your cardiovascular health. And yet the machine is doing it for you. So, you know, as we've said, when you take your feet away, the machine is still moving. So you really can be very immobile. And this can give you an incredible workout, a healthy, safe, effective, kind of total body workout. It's amazing. It's so lacking in stress. You know, it really does move those hips, those knees, those ankles really softly and smoothly without jolting. And as I said, you can start really slow, or you could really pick up the pace when your muscles get stronger and your fitness and your health gets stronger, which I love about it. You're absolutely right. I remember my Uncle Bob, and, you know, we always have that person. You have the father, I have that uncle, and I used to go and visit him. I was the sort of only one in the UK that lived close, and I'd go and regularly go and visit him. And his carer would get him up in the morning and sit him in the chair. And then they might not pop in and see him till lunchtime, and then once again later in the evening. I would sit there, and his legs looked cold. You could see the blood pooling in his legs. They became a little bit darker and discolored. You know, as much as I wanted him to move around, I was also scared. You know, if you've got a relative that doesn't live close to you, I was worried about him getting up and going into the kitchen or, you know, deciding to wander around the house. And yet I knew by not doing that, the longer he left it, those muscles were wasting, his fitness was lowering, his motivation was lessening, and all of these things, it sort of really escalates. And so many wonderful people said that they took the plunge watching when this machine was on in the UK with me, and they got it home. And when they were recovering from surgery, you know, we all know how that's changed now. In the old days, you know, you didn't move, but now very quickly, if you have hip surgery, knee surgery, ankle surgery, they want you up, they want you moving. They don't want, you know, deep vein thrombosis, they don't want blood clots. So they want you to start moving. But on the one hand, you want to get moving, but on the one hand, you're a little bit scared to move. And so many people found this an amazing tool to get them going. Found it brilliant at just moving those joints gently, starting to build that muscle again, helping with the blood flow, and then boosting their confidence. And I love that. It's safe, it's effective, but it really works. And we get them in only once a year. And when they sell out, people wait for months and months and months to get them back. So I always say, take the plunge, grab it on budget pay, grab it for that loved one, because mobility, vein health, these are so important. Cardiovascular health, speeding your metabolism up when you're very sedentary. It's such a brilliant, it's lovely to showcase something that's a really brilliant thing for everybody.
Yeah, I love it. I'm over here playing with it because, again, you've got this LCD touch screen. Obviously, you can, you know, change the modes all there, but I love that it has a remote. Okay, this remote, it's gonna have a few different functions. Obviously, there's a start and stop, the power button. So it's got the speeds. It goes, you can make it go, like Ginger's been at a pretty high speed. I've been at a pretty low speed. But you also have different modes where it will randomly change the direction that you're going, and it has just different modes that it does that, and it also alters speeds. So again, you've got the different modes, but then you also have just the manual where you can actually just choose the speed and the direction, and you know, and then you stay on it for however much time you want to. So it's really just a matter of how you want, because this does have the ability to kind of get custom, you know, do a little workout for you, and it changes it up. So maybe it's, you know, forward for a while, then backward, and you know, it's got all that, but then again, the manual function. I just love that I don't have to bend down. If you have had surgery, if you are truly immobile, bending down and touching the screen is not possible, or it's extremely painful, or you risk, you know, falling off or something. Let's say you had a stroke. I love this for stroke victims. My dad, that was his thing. He had a stroke, and one thing about strokes, someone can have a stroke and be in one condition, but then over time they just continue to decline and decline and decline. Something like this would have kept him moving. Even when he didn't, you know, have the mental capabilities, this would have done the moving for him. Guys, 167 is a price.